So Logan Paul's most recent scam involving his $5 million Pokemon card has actually gotten 10 times worse, as you yourself can now go and try to buy it, or at least you can join the auction along with a bunch of other people. It's at about like $2 million right now, which is pretty crazy.
I spent $5.3 million on this Pikachu card
because Pokemon has outperformed the stock market by 3,000% in the last 20 years.
Meaning this is now worth more than all of these watches, these cars,
and probably this dinosaur.
Because it is the only perfect PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator in existence.
And now, I'm letting it go.
This grail is going up for auction on Pokemon's 30th anniversary.
The crown jewel of the highest grossing franchise in the world. Someone is going to own the Guinness World Record setting card that I hunted for years and
that I wore out to my WrestleMania debut. It is the very best.
You really gotta love when someone like Logan Paul brags about how much like Pokemon skyrocketed. In other words, he means that there are hundreds and thousands of so many more scalpers now and just absolute degenerates that ruined the hobby and made collecting and trying to enjoy Pokemon 10 times worse. Like, I remember being a kid, you could go to the store and just see tins after tins after packs. And nowadays you go to Walmart or Target and you have to freaking beg the person, like hoping they have some hidden in the back, right? Because otherwise some big fat dude's gonna come and grab the whole pack hoping he can make like $10 profit on eBay. And that's thanks to people like Logan Paul who've artificially made these things more scarce, hoping that everyone can get the next quick little buck, kind of like this other scam he was involved in, Liquid Marketplace. But a quick rundown is there was a site called Liquid Marketplace where Logan ended up selling a share of this card. Yeah, a share of a card. I kind of gave the example of, let's say I took this toy right here and I allowed you to buy a share of it. You can't actually have the toy, but basically you could have a percentage of something that I own. And then let's say I sell this, you would basically get back the money of your share. And what happened was Logan ended up buying the card back for a certain fee and whatnot. And now that the card is going to be selling for $5 million or however much it ends up gathering with this auction coming up, the people who originally invested into this little scam of his are wondering where their cut is. And it makes complete sense why they're wondering that, because of course you trust Logan with this whole Liquid Marketplace thing, thinking, hey, if I go ahead and adopt now and go ahead and put my money into this and it ends up skyrocketing 10 times the price Logan paid, then basically what I put into it's going to skyrocket 10 times as well. Nope, that was a complete lie, and the website ended up shutting down. You basically can't access it, and the people who ended up joining into this thing and putting money into this lost everything. They're not able to withdraw any of their money. And the last time we heard about it was 2 weeks ago when Logan put out a tweet basically saying he had nothing to do with it, even though he was the co-founder of the company.
As a co-founder of Liquid Marketplace, I believe we're set to level the playing field by allowing anyone to own a piece of the world's rarest collectibles and build their portfolios instantly.
And I think what makes this whole thing 10 times worse is the fact that a company like Guinness World Records is actually celebrating this momentous occasion as if Logan didn't scam his fans in yet another situation. For example, if I go on this website and I type in Liquid Marketplace, it's going to tell me there's 0 results, right? So this company that's talking about this huge record-breaking Pokemon card sale that is going up for auction that Logan originally bought for $5.275 million, there's no reference of what exactly happened and what the original company that this card was sold to, or any mention of the fact that this card right here, specifically this 10 rated PSA card, used to be an 8 and ended up changing to a 10 somehow. But of course, Guinness World Records is like happy to give this guy the certification here and brag about how this is one of the only cards in the world, blah, blah, blah. There's only a certain amount of these, and how he ended up wearing this during his WWE debut against blah, 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 and all these other great things. But again, no reference to the scam. And again, he hasn't referenced Liquid Marketplace himself in 2 weeks since that original tweet, which Logan, come on, we're going to need a statement. We're going to need a word. We're going to need something. Because as of right now, this card is already being auctioned for $2.1 million. Mind you, he only paid, what, 5.27? They're almost halfway there, and there's still 40 days of this auction. That's plenty of time, I think, that the original investors can get a piece of the change, right? Logan, you make millions of dollars a year. You know, I'm not here shouting communism and whatnot, saying, you know, split the wealth, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, you know, you want to make it right for your fans and the people that ended up falling for yet another rug pull of yours. I don't know. Maybe however much money that this card ends up making, again, you're already at 2.1 million. I'm pretty sure this went up earlier today. Maybe yesterday, I could be wrong, but yeah, you still have 40 days to essentially make it right to your fans. And again, that's what kind of makes this whole thing funny. He hasn't answered any of it, but he's so quick to put his card on this site saying Logan Paul's world record holding Pikachu Illustrator as seen on King of Collectibles. PSA Gem MT10 Pop 1 includes custom diamond necklace worn at WrestleMania, hand delivery to winning bidder by Logan Paul himself. So you already know that hand delivery is most likely going to be filmed for content. So not only is he going to probably double, triple, quadruple the amount of money he spent on this card that he ended up putting on the liquid marketplace and then taking off of the liquid marketplace and not giving any of that profit to the people who invested into his stupid idea of owning a piece of someone else's property. He's going to also profit from the video that he ends up making, the countless content that he's making, all of the Instagram videos, and also, again, you know, being up here on the Guinness World Records website.
And there's one bid.
Okay, really? Already?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
What's the bid?
620,000.
Oh, so that means it's probably two. Oh, yeah, so that's, yeah, okay, so here we go. So let's take a peek.
That just started.
Yes, that was the first bid. Okay.
Dude, that's crazy. Look at
I
that.
don't even show that in here. So you got that before I did.
Well, I'm just on the site.
You're on the site. Okay, see, I'm on.
This is not the first time he's been up here as well. They ended up talking about when he bought the card and when he went on WrestleMania with the card, right? So this situation is just stupid. Like, they even talk about it, how he bought this card back in 2022. Mind you, that was back when it had a PSA of 8 that somehow skyrocketed up to a PSA level 10. So again, it's funny how Logan Paul continues another tirade of essentially taking people's money, dropping a half-assed apology, a terrible little oopsies guys, sorry, I had nothing to do with it, honestly, and then he ends up profiting from it. It sucks, but what can we do, guys? Let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you watching. Let me know if you think Logan Paul should, you know, be sued or something for this. Personally, I feel like, unfortunately, he's kind of like in this gray area where he'll be able to get away with it and prove that, hey, I bought my share back from Liquid Marketplace. That's all on them, right? But again, it's going to be associated with him, kind of like the Crypto Zoo stuff, kind of like every other little scam he's been a part of, unfortunately. Peace out, guys.